Have you ever felt constantly tired, irritable, dealing with insomnia, bad skin, a bloated belly, and never really figured out the true reason? The truth is, you're probably eating something every day, thinking it's helping your mood, making you feel lighter and more energized. But in reality, inside your body, it might be doing exactly the opposite. Even if you don't realize it or don't want to believe it, today, on InfoHealth, I'll show you exactly how this harmless food could be sabotaging your energy, aging your skin, harming your brain, and wrecking your mood. Without you even noticing, it's opening the door to dangerous diseases like depression, fatty liver, diabetes, heart problems, and a list of other health threats to you and your entire family. And what if I told you that the real danger lies in that food you consider innocent, the very one the industry tries so hard to hide from you? The truth is, the popular sugar we all know is the ultimate chameleon of the food industry. It looks harmless, but acts silently, destroying your body from the inside out, accelerating disease, stealing your vitality, messing with your brain, and blaming everything but itself. And the worst part? It does all this while you still believe you just need more willpower or a new miracle pill, when in fact you simply need to see sugar for what it really is, a saboteur disguised as a friend. And the craziest thing? In just 14 days without it, your body is capable of a physical and mental transformation that's scientifically proven. But almost nobody talks about it. Today, you'll finally discover the hidden side of sugar, the brutal impact of cutting it out, and the secret to taking back control of your life before it's too late. But for all this to happen in what feels like a near miracle, you first have to understand. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it, and the transformation can change your life. Right in those first days when sugar withdrawal hits its peak, you'll have no idea, but you're about to lose your craving for sugar. It might sound surprising, but there's a crystal clear scientific explanation for this. Every time you eat sugar, it causes a sudden spike in your blood glucose. To handle this, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin, which acts like a key to help your cells absorb that glucose and use it for energy. However, this abrupt surge of insulin can actually drop your blood sugar more than necessary, leading to a state called hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar. That's when your body enters a vicious cycle. Low blood sugar makes you crave more sugar, almost like a survival mechanism. And it's in this cycle that processed foods full of hidden sugars, those sugars disguised in breads, sauces, yogurts, and even healthy products, can trick so many people. Even sweeteners or artificial sugars found in many diet or zero products can still trigger insulin spikes and keep your sweet cravings alive, making it even harder to quit real sugar. Beyond that, the constant sugar intake makes your brain associate sweets with pleasure. This happens because sugar stimulates the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter tied to the feeling of reward. Over time, your brain starts demanding sugar to keep that pleasure state going, creating a type of dependency. By cutting sugar out of your diet, you're not just breaking the chemical cycle in your blood. You're starting to reprogram your brain, gradually reducing your craving for sweets. For example, people on low-carb or ketogenic diets often report that after a few weeks without sugar, their need for sweets fades away, and even the natural sweetness of fruit tastes more intense. This is a direct result of stabilizing blood glucose and reducing sugar's grip on the brain. So when you give up sugar, you're giving your body a real shot at breaking that vicious cycle. It might be tough at first, but the transition is extremely rewarding. Not only does your craving for sugar fade, you begin to rediscover the real flavors of food. It's as if you're removing a filter that's been masking the true taste of what you eat. And when you realize how many hidden sugars and empty calories have been sabotaging your health, the sense of freedom is incredible. That feeling of food freedom is worth experiencing. If you've made it this far and already discovered just this first benefit, you know it's worth it. So, share this video with someone you care about. Help change their life too, because real love is about taking care of each other. And hey, hitting the like button on this video also helps YouTube know this content matters, so it gets recommended to more people. That's our mission. to help everyone live better and much longer. Second, you're going to feel less hungry. It might be hard to believe at first, but the science is clear. Sugar works like a trigger for out-of-control hunger. When you eat sugar, it causes wild swings in your blood glucose, keeping your body in a state of constant energy alert. That up and down triggers frequent hunger, even when you've just eaten. Imagine your body like a car that constantly needs refueling because the gas burns off way too fast. That's what sugar does. It provides a quick burst of energy, but it doesn't last, so your body keeps asking for more. When you ditch sugar, it's like switching to a slow-burning, high-efficiency fuel. Instead of running rough, your body starts working smoothly, burning fat for fuel and keeping your blood glucose stable. The result? Less hunger, more control over when and how much you eat. Another key point is insulin resistance, a problem affecting millions of people, often without them realizing it. When you eat sugar all the time, your cells get overloaded and start rejecting insulin. That means sugar stays in your blood, raising glucose levels and forcing your pancreas to pump out even more insulin. This vicious circle not only cranks up hunger, it also damages your body's ability to use essential nutrients. When you cut sugar, you give your body a real chance to reverse this process. Within just a few weeks, your cells become more sensitive to insulin, letting nutrients in and absorbing them efficiently. That means your body not only regulates blood sugar better, but also starts taking in vitamins and minerals more effectively. An extra bonus: you feel full much longer after meals. For example, many people who reduce sugar report that they can go hours without feeling hungry or craving food. Foods like eggs, avocado, or even a simple salad keep them satisfied much longer than a meal loaded with carbs and sugar. That proves sugar doesn't just trick your brain, it steals energy your body could be using efficiently. Here's a practical tip. Watch out for sugary drinks like sodas, juice boxes, energy drinks, and even sweetened teas. They're some of the biggest villains for out-of-control appetite and hidden weight gain, aka sugar obesity. Third, you'll start to feel less tired, especially after meals. Most people have no idea how much sugar directly affects their energy levels throughout the day. That post-meal fatigue? It's often tied to the way sugar messes with your nervous system and brain. Your brain, one of the hungriest organs in your body for energy, is especially sensitive to sugar's wild swings. When you eat too much sugar, it overloads your neural functions, creating a kind of traffic jam that leaves you less alert and productive. This tiredness after eating isn't just physical, it's mental. It can slow down your thinking, hurt your focus, and even make simple tasks feel harder. What's interesting is that this change happens not just at the cellular level, but also in your hormones. Hormones like melatonin and cortisol, which control your sleep and alertness, start to operate more in sync. Cutting sugar also reduces inflammation throughout your body. Studies show that high sugar diets can increase inflammatory markers, leaving you feeling heavy and sluggish. When you cut out sugar, inflammation drops and you feel lighter, with a sharper mind and more active body. Another cool detail: the effect on your circadian rhythm. Excess sugar can throw off your internal clock, making it harder to sleep at night and leaving you even more tired during the day. By cutting back, you're not just boosting your daytime energy, but also giving yourself better, more restorative sleep at night. Fourth, as you ditch sugar, one of the first effects you'll notice is losing excess water and fat, especially in the first week. That's because sugar leads your body to hold on to more fluid. Refined carbs, especially, make your body retain water by spiking insulin levels. Insulin, in turn, helps control your body's fluid and sodium balance. High insulin keeps you retaining water. When you cut sugar, your body starts flushing out that excess fluid. That early weight loss is less about fat and more about getting rid of water your body was holding on to because of all the sugar. People can lose up to 13 pounds, nearly 6 kilograms, of fluid in just a few weeks, showing how much swelling and bloating sugar was causing. And it's not just about appearance. This water retention stresses your heart and circulation, raises blood pressure, and leads to belly bloat. More than that, all those hidden sugars and sugary drinks can drive a dangerous buildup of fatty liver, which is linked to heart disease and severe metabolic problems. If all this is challenging and you're feeling motivated to make a change, here's a special tip. After you start your sugar-free journey, check out our free ebook in the first pinned comment and in the video description. This guide is the result of 11 years of work, packed with the best strategies for real weight loss. Practical tips, easy meal plans, recipes, ready-to-use lists, and our proven how to lose 20 pounds a month no matter your age method. The link is below and it's free for a limited time. Start your transformation today with real science, no miracle promises, no fluff. When you cut sugar, you'll notice the biggest changes around your belly and waist. These are the main areas for water retention, but it's not just about visible bloat. Cutting sugar reduces inflammation throughout your whole body. This initial change is a huge motivation for many people. Less belly bloat means a firmer, lighter body, better well-being, and improved appearance. On top of that, losing visceral fat around your organs brings long-term health benefits, lowering your risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Fifth, the benefits aren't just physical. You'll feel them in your mind and emotions too. Because of insulin spikes, sugar directly impacts the neurotransmitters that control your mood and mental well-being. Insulin, as it regulates blood glucose, also affects chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, crucial for our sense of pleasure, satisfaction, and emotional balance. By reducing or cutting out sugar, those highs and crashes disappear, giving you a much more stable emotional state. Many people report a dramatic improvement in their mood, feeling less irritable and more calm. This is because hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, which is often linked to anxiety and irritability, is avoided, letting your mind operate on a more balanced level. This emotional stability brings a positive impact to your whole environment. Living with you becomes more pleasant because you become less reactive, more centered, and simply more yourself. Beyond that, balancing neurotransmitters directly improves your cognitive function. Without the constant interference of high blood glucose, your brain can work more efficiently. Focus, attention, and concentration get a big boost. Even those with symptoms of ADHD may notice less trouble concentrating and staying on task. People often report sharper thinking and better memory after cutting sugar. That's because excess glucose in the blood can negatively affect your brain's ability to learn and store information. With less sugar, your brain processes and retains info more effectively, leading to a greater sense of productivity and better quality work. Sixth, you'll start to notice visible improvements in your skin. Eating too much sugar triggers hormonal processes that directly impact your skin health. Higher insulin also raises androgen levels, hormones that cause excess oil production in the skin's sebaceous glands, which clogs pores and leads to breakouts. For women, high insulin can also boost estrogen levels, creating a hormonal imbalance that fuels acne. Cutting sugar breaks this cycle and gives your skin a chance to heal naturally. For men, sugar's impact on hormones is just as real. Higher insulin can lower testosterone, which may cause muscle loss, reduced libido, and even unwanted weight gain. So, quitting sugar improves not just skin appearance, but also helps rebalance these crucial hormones for overall health. Here's another warning. A lot of products marketed as light or diet use artificial sweeteners. These might have 0 calories, but they can still trigger sweet cravings, keep you stuck in the cycle, and even harm your gut microbiome. Not to mention hidden sugars sneaked into ultra-processed foods. Always read the labels, because quitting sugar is about more than just cutting the obvious. It's about uncovering what's really hidden. Seventh, one of the most obvious and satisfying benefits is a big drop in body stiffness and inflammation. Many times, that stiff, achy feeling after a meal is linked directly to inflammation in your body, made worse by sugar, fueling a chronic process that leads to joint pain, muscle stiffness, and even widespread soreness. Switching to burning fat for fuel takes about 3 days to really start. During this time, you might feel some discomfort, like fatigue or headaches, but as many people say, it's temporary and absolutely worth it. The key here is adaptation. During this period, your body starts to build new enzymes and switch over to burning fat for energy, rather than relying on sugar. This means you enter a metabolic state called ketosis, where your body produces ketones, a much more efficient and brain-friendly fuel source. Within a few days to 2 weeks off sugar, you'll start noticing real, powerful changes in your body and health. A major benefit is reduced inflammation in your arteries, crucial for heart health. With less sugar, chronic artery inflammation drops, which means less risk of clots, plaque, and serious heart problems like heart attacks or strokes. For anyone thinking about longevity, reducing sugar is fundamental. Less sugar means less inflammation, lower heart risk, and a much more balanced metabolism. Reducing inflammation also brings another huge benefit: the renewal of brain cells. Using ketones as fuel helps neurons regenerate more efficiently, leading to better concentration, memory, and overall cognitive performance. There's also a vital connection between obesity and cognitive function. Studies show that excess body fat, especially visceral fat, can damage brain performance, making it harder to focus or concentrate. Losing sugar and body fat helps restore your brain's balance and efficiency, boosting cognitive ability across the board. And finally, your kidneys will work better. Your kidneys are especially vulnerable to the effects of sugar. By cutting sugar and lowering carb intake, you dramatically improve kidney function almost immediately, avoiding a long list of serious issues that could even become life-threatening down the road. So, after hearing about all these almost unbelievable benefits, are you ready to revolutionize your diet and cut back or even eliminate sugar so you can live longer and with way more quality of life? Tell me in the comments below if you've ever tried quitting sugar. And how was your experience? Your story might inspire someone else to change too. Now, if you want to live far beyond the average life expectancy, if you want to live to 100 with real health and truly enjoying life, after quitting sugar, the first thing you need to learn is everything about gut health and how you can reset your body with Dr. Hiromi's miracle drink, which we'll reveal in our next video. Big hug, and see you soon.